OMG, OMG, OMG. Yo, 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 what is up? I am Mossy XX or X Mossy XXD or Mossy XXD. I am the host of this brand new fantastical podcast. Oh shoot. Uh-oh. I didn't really plan that. Ooh. Oh my gosh, not a great start. Okay. It's okay. I'm just going to relax. Welcome to Piston, Cutie, Press, where, this podcast is going to focus on a couple of different aspects. The Pistons, or obviously Pistons and cars. So we're going to talk about cars, car games, everything cars, everything cars. Kind of. Car news, car stuff. You know how it is. Okay. Let me calm down. The Cutie Press, video games, other video game news. Mainly car video games, I guess. I'm in the video game category. Spotify didn't give me too many options on what I could use for categories, which kind of sucks, but yeah. The goal of this podcast is to get hype around new car games and new video games in general coming out, but also talking about new cars, car stuff, and trying to just have something you can have on in the background if you're working on your car, or if you're driving and you're bored, or if you just want me to sleep. I guess I probably can't put you to sleep. You know what? I'm probably so boring sometimes I could definitely put you to sleep. I'm a little nervous because every time even though I've done this so long, I've been in the online presence for a lot longer than my other channel. I've been doing this for a while, and so the reason I'm scared is I just don't know. It's something new, I guess. Yeah, we always have something to scare. But yeah, Cutie Piston Press, oh gosh, I already messed it up. Piston Cutie Press is the podcast name. It's like a press conference for cuties and cars. Cars and cuties. That would have been a crazy podcast name. Imagine I changed it to that. All right. So as you know, if you have been paying attention to my streams or in my Discord, you're in my Discord, or you just pay attention to some of my social media, I own a 2014 S197 V6 Mustang 3.7 liter Cyclone. It is definitely not the best condition. It's got a 100,000, a little more than that, 1,000 miles on it. Componently, even though it was in a crash and it's a rebuilt title, it runs fine. It sounds really cool, but recent stuff I've done to it is I've I don't know how to say that. Changed the spark plugs. This is probably really boring to talk about. It's like I wish, as much as I wish it would be like some cool, fun conversation, it was hell. It was hell. Oh my god. Okay. So the driver's side spark plug covers, where the connectors are and the conductors, easy to access, right? But those engineers at Ford knew what they were doing. They made it impossible to. You have to do like some space science to. Well, that's what I thought at first, because I was hurting my thumbs trying to just get it up. I was like, oh, get it up. How do we get it up? And I'm watching a YouTube video and like, I'll do this and this, and I'm like, oh yes, how? And eventually, I finally figured out how. You push in the clip, or there's a button in the press, while also lifting up the red tab, lifting that up, and then you can remove it, which it was still very hard to just get the connector off. And then the spark plug cover itself was like impossible to get out. You had to like wiggle it out, pause, and then you finally had access to the spark plug, and they were fucked. They were so rusty. Oh my gosh. OMGs. I didn't even recognize them. I was like, are these spark plugs really? And so I did all of them, and that took me about, give or take, a good hour and a half. And then finally got them all changed, and then we're like, okay, I'm gonna go get lunch, because there's a food place nearby. So I went and got food, and then as I came back, I'm like, okay, now I have to get the other side. And thank goodness, big shout out to O'Reilly's Auto Parts. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that aren't fans of them, but I'm a big fan of O'Reilly's. They haven't really, had a reason. I haven't had a reason to not be fans of them. I mean, unless there's something that I can find news-wise or related, I'll talk about it here. But other than that, O'Reilly's perfect place to get some car parts. I mean, they have everything I need, pretty much, almost, kind of, sort of. They don't have everything, but, they got the essentials. And so they were helping me. And then let's get on to the passenger spark plugs. Now, to get there was a bit of a process. First, you had to remove the manifold. Oh my god. Remove the manifold intake cover, whatever that's called. But to do that, there was a couple other steps. 1, remove the piping for the air filter. 2, unplug everything, which had some of them, none of them had those stupid plugs, so it's easy to do. Remove all the pipes and stuff. Then unbolt every single bolt. Then you can remove the man intake infold. Oh my god, I think I did it again. Intake manifold. No, I think I said that right. I don't know. And then there's like this green thing under, and it's like, oh yeah, you just gotta replace that. Okay, that was actually the easiest part. And the spark plugs under there it was so dirty under there, I was depressed. I was like, I gotta clean this out, and I ended up not doing that, which probably was a mistake. There's a lot of carbon buildup in there, I'll just say that. And I made some bad decisions that day. Overall, it took about 4 hours. Let's see here. It was 2 p.m. when I finished. It was 10 a.m. when I started. So let's see. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So yeah, it was 4 hours. A little bit of history with me and my Mustang, It's like a love-hate relationship. I hate having to work on it, but I love driving it so much. It's so fun driving it. Now, let's get on to the real reason why we're all here right now. And as you've seen in the title, more big news coming from Forza Horizon 6. I'm sure all of you already know this, but I'm going to talk about it anyways because I am excited. Start the good. It's going to be in Japan. I love Japanese cars. I love JDM cars. I love Japan. I really want to go to Japan. There's a lot of cool places I want to visit. And if it being in Japan is just exciting. I am so excited for this. The massive map is going to be in Tokyo. I'm a little nervous on how with the map being a little bit bigger, it's how long traveling is going to take. But again, you're playing a car game. You should be driving everywhere. Fast teleport shouldn't even be an option. And like one of the biggest reasons for me growing up too, specifically on why I love Japanese cars so much, was Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. The Cars movies, it's not really, there's no really JDM stuff, but there's that one episode from the side series with Tow Mater where he's doing some Tokyo drifting. And he's like, he's like, don't you remember, McQueen? You was there too. I'm super excited. I liked Forza Horizon 4. I thought it was peak Forza. For a lot of people, Forza Horizon 3 seems to be peak, which does make sense. It does make sense. But I enjoyed Forza Horizon 4 just because it's the one I had, and it's the first Forza game I really saw. And so, I obviously fell in love with it. But and then Forza Horizon 5 came out, and I just like it. Don't get me wrong. It's mechanically, it's a good game. It's super realistic, but some of the attention to detail is bad. There's a lot of times where it's smaller things, but like the car actually looking like it's on the road doesn't actually work right. There's a lot of shading issues. I feel a lot of glitches with the game, even though it's been out for so long. And also, you get a Supra, you get a Mark V Supra at the beginning of the game. Like, it already has fast horsepower too. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. In Forza Horizon 4, you could pick like a Dodge I think it was, what was it? A Dodge Charger RT. I think I did get that, but it sucked. It sucks so bad. I like had to mod it up, and once I finally fully modified it, it was good. But you're getting a B58, right? Which is already a crazy car stock at the beginning of the game for free, no hard work. And then all the free cars you get, like, I didn't even know I had like in Forza Horizon 4, it did it too. But it's like I didn't mind, especially. Well, other people would probably mind. I didn't mind because I didn't find it till later on in the game, because I never really got to do much online, so I thought I didn't have access to features like the notifications. But I digress. But even though mechanically it's a good game, it's just the vibes just aren't there. Like, you already get a supercar in the beginning of the game, so then there's like no real motivation to build up your car inventory and all that, which I've slowly been getting into it, but only because it looks more realistic, and also some of the scenery in that game is freaking amazing. I love the scenery in Mexico. It looks amazing. It's beautiful. But it just doesn't have that same charm. And so I haven't, now mind you, I've only been reading articles about Forza Horizon 6. I haven't actually looked at any gameplay yet, other than the trailer. And from what I've seen, it looks so freaking good. It looks amazing. Amazing. Will it be amazing? I have yet to find out. Now, with that, I saw that they have the first 6 minutes of gameplay out, I think, to play. Now, if you want to play that, you can. I personally won't. But with the release date coming up within around a month, a little bit more, what was it, May 19th? I got it in my notes somewhere. Let me look this up. Forza Horizon 6 release date. No, not release date. May 19th. So yeah, a little more than a month. I'm super hyped for it. There's obviously, they're building it up as the best game they've released, and it took them a while to make it, which I think it did take them a while for the other games too, but I'm hoping that it's not just pushed out slop that doesn't look bad as a cash grab, right? I really hope that they're true to their word when they say that they made it the best game they've made so far. I really hope so. Something else I wanted to talk about is the live service, kind of going into that. What was it? I gotta scroll in on my notes. Hold on. Okay, so I found it. The things I wanted to talk about was the aggressive monetization, mainly with like, how much even was it for the Game Pass again? I don't know. It was so fucking much. Also, the influencer first marketing kind of upset me. The leaks for false stuff with AI generated content also was a little bit upsetting. you know, I just hope that it doesn't lose the soul. Really, I don't know. I just hope it's a good game, you know? Like, the amount of hours I've put into Forza Horizon 4, I think I'm reaching up to 300 hours now. I sound chronically online saying that, but it didn't seem like that much. Like, in reality, this was only 13 days. So I have 13 days worth of hours spread out since, when did I get it? I watched YouTube videos of a lot before I got it. I got it in if I remember right, 2023. So from 2023 to 2026, 3 years, right? 3 years ago till now, I have 300 hours in the game in 3 years. Time flew by so quick. Like, to backtrack a little bit to Forza Horizon 4 because I love it so much. The turning point where I really realized, you know, I have potential in the game was when I finally realized I could play online. When I downloaded it on my PC first, that took a while. I struggled to get it on my PlayStation, or not my PlayStation, my computer. Once I finally did though, I could play online. For some reason, on my Xbox, it wouldn't let me play online. I didn't have any access to the online features. It was fucked. It was broken. But on my computer, it did. And so I was like, yo. And then from that moment on, I just grinded as many hours as I could into this game. And once, what car was it? I remember there was a certain car I got. Oh, it was the 300ZX. Was when I really, like, fully was like, okay, this is my game. Because I could drift in that car. It's rear-wheel drive, 600 horsepower from the stock engine, and I can drift in it just fine. Like, I really didn't like how a lot of the cars I was drifting were all-wheel drive because they weren't built for drifting. I didn't like modify them for drifting, and they were drifting so well. So I'm like, okay, I want to make like an actual drift car, you know, because backtracking even more, growing up watching Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift for the first time was a game changer. I guess you could say, I don't want to say this, but you could say I was obsessed with all the cars in there. I was like, it got to the point where when I had the potential to get a new car, I was really considering getting a Mazda RX-8 or a Mazda RX-7. You know, with the kaboomies, the kablows, if I don't, like, properly take care of them. Which, you know, I think I would have been dedicated enough to do it. I ripped open my Mustang engine, kind of. Not really. I took off some extra parts just to see the pistons. But I did it really quick, I just wanted to look at them. But, you know, I feel like I would have put in enough effort to make sure, not enough, put in the effort to make sure it stays running well, getting an RX-8 or RX-7. But, you know, I'm like, I don't really have the time to do it. Also, it would be my next car would have been my daily car. And getting an RX-8 as a daily car instead of a weekend car was a really bad financial decision. Yeah, they're super cheap. You can get them for dirt cheap. But that's because the engine's probably already blown up or close to blowing up, and the resale value on them is terrible. Well, other than the RX-7. The RX-7 is okay. But, you know, I just didn't want to risk it. And I know their 300ZX wasn't in, or the Fairlady Z, I guess you could also call it, wasn't in Forza or in Tokyo Drift, but the 350Z was. And I would have gotten a 350Z, but everyone in my area is either slammed, clapped out, busted manual transmission, or it was a convertible, which the convertibles looked cool. Or no. I found one that looked cool, But the body style on it, it looks so bad. It looks so bad. Oh, God. If you're curious to what it looks like, just look up 350Z with the hood up. Or 350Z convertible with the hood up. If you want to know what I'm talking about. Oh, my goodness. What a nightmare. Now, with this being said, I was doing some more research, and with Forza Horizon 5 being integrated into the PlayStation, I was curious with Forza Horizon 6, and not too much research, really just a simple search on the Xbox app, or not the Xbox app, but just looking at the app in the Xbox app, or oh my God, the game in the Xbox app. Yes, it will be on PlayStation. I believe the release date is a little bit later for playtesting reasons, but it is confirmed to be on the PlayStation, which is kind of nice. You know, maybe I'll get it on my PlayStation. I highly doubt it. I'm going to play it on my PC for the love of everything nice. Playing Forza Horizon 5 on my PlayStation is a nightmare. Well, I mean, it's not that bad. It's really just kind of just... Well, I might. The controller feel is nice, but for racing games, it doesn't feel too well. Although with Rocket League, which I will talk about a lot later on in other podcasts, Rocket League feels amazing on the Xbox or the PlayStation controller compared to Xbox controller, in my opinion. Because I've been playing Rocket League for a lot longer than Forza. Oh gosh, when did I start playing Rocket League? I've watched people play Rocket League when it came out, but I didn't actually get to start playing it until 2020 when it became free, which is really sad to say. But, you know, I've been playing it now for 6 years, and playing it on the Switch, playing it on the Xbox, and now playing it on the PlayStation just solos how comfortable everything feels. And like all my mechanics, I feel like my mechanics are a lot better just like with everything, where everything is placed. Also, it's a lot, I feel a lot more coordinated with both my thumbs being at the same position rather than being offset. It just feels a little off to me. All right. Now, I know this episode was short, but keep in mind, this is my first try. This is my first episode. I don't even know if this is gonna do well. It probably won't until like a lot later down the road. Oh, it will. I will work hard. But with that, I'd like to end off this. I should say this first. The episodes are gonna be between 30 minutes and an hour, hopefully. Within that time range. The next episode will be a lot longer. I didn't really have too much to put together. I kind of did this, I need to make an episode now, because it's been on the mind, but I was like, I gotta get this out. But for the final segment, chat, there's not the final segment, but this is going to be towards the end of the podcast. There's a couple of cute little segments I decided to choose just to really lock into the cutie vibes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, the Mustang modifications is the first one. I'm going to talk about the processes of how it is modifying my Mustang, and if you want to use this as a guide, maybe, I don't know. It's been hell, but hopefully I can help someone else get more confident into modifying their car, because this is the first car I'm actually working on and modifying, and I know how it feels to be really scared to work on the car without any mini mechanical research or studying done. So, as of right now, things I've done to the car: replace the air filter. That's the easiest thing to do. Then the spark plugs, which is a little bit harder. And now, for this month, I want to... Well, in total, I'd say it'd take like 4 hours. But that's just because the way I did it. For this month, we are going to focus on... Well, I should say I'm going to focus on adding a lot more aerodynamics to it. Just like a simple spoiler. I know, nothing too crazy. Something that will look cool, but still have performance in mind first, so that way it's not, too over the top and like, oh, look at me type vibes. So adding a rear spoiler, because that's going to be super cheap, and maybe some interior lighting to help me like fit my moods better. But if I don't use that money for that, I'm going to use it for the front spoiler too. I would upgrade suspension first, but I really want to get used to how the car drives stock. Because maybe I won't. And then for next month, I will talk about how it is to, if I can do it, get an exhaust and get some lowering springs or coilovers. I'm probably going to do coilovers because I don't want to mess with alignment later down the road and mess up my alignment, and just get coilovers right away for performance. Something that will, keep the car lower to the ground and not frick up the alignment. Now, for the second segment, ding 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 ding, of the final segment, what? The car of the week. This segment is where I'm going to categorize and look at a bunch of cars, and to make this more interesting, you can go to my Discord and in the car photos, or the car channel, upload a car that you want to submit for the car of the week. It could be your car, it could be a car you're looking at, a car you want, or just a car in general that you think looks interesting, and you can put it in that channel, and I will pick it for the Cutie car score. What is a Cutie car? Well, I should preface this. There's going to be a street score, and then I'm going to put that up against the Cutie score. The Cutie score is basically the looks of the car, how it makes the vibes feel, how my vibes are with it, and how the vibes are in general. And the street score is going to be practicality, performance, and looks. Or not looks, practicality, performance, and overall driving experience with the car. And for this week, drumroll, I've selected the Toyota GR86. Right? Now, I can make this segment a lot longer and just go through each individual car, if that would be more fun, but I think it'll be more engaging and more fun if I select a random one. So you could keep submitting them to try to get me to get it. And then once yours gets picked, heck yeah. But the reason I went the Toyota GR86, one, it's called the 86. The background of the 86, Initial D, one of my favorite racing animes of all time. I don't think anything can beat it. MF Ghost is also really cool, but I really like the look of the GR86. I test-driven one. It drives amazing. And as overall, it just looks super cute, right? It's super small and tiny, and it's not too angry looking, like, And practicality, I'm not on the bigger side. I'm not too tall. I'm only 5'9", 5'10", 5'9". I could barely fit in the car. I felt a little compact in it, honestly. Comfort, the suspension was the same as my Nissan Versa. Definitely on the stiffer side, but, I think that's what you'd want when a car that can turn, that's meant to turn around corners. Though, with the smaller tires, it might drift more, and you might not be able to daily it all the time, like in the snow or the rain. Though, it does have a snow mode, so maybe you can. I don't know. But for a street score, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10, because overall looks, or overall handling and driver feel is really nice, though it loses those 2 points because with gas prices going up these days, it's going to be more expensive putting premium gas in that engine. For the Cutie score, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Super small, super smooth, super sleek looking, super cool with the big the spoiler that's not too big but it looks cool. Though it loses 3 points for the front end, it looks a bit too angry. It's still cute overall, but I feel like there could be some more done. Now, finally, I'm going to be doing a Q&A for each podcast. I think I'll be uploading one podcast per week, probably on Wednesday or Thursday. And now the Q&A is for you to ask me questions, maybe on my opinion on a certain car, my opinion on my favorite game, or, what's your favorite food? I don't know. Keep it reasonable, keep it logical. And yeah, so where can you ask these questions? 1, in the YouTube comments, right? I'm uploading this podcast to YouTube and Spotify. It might be on other platforms, but YouTube and Spotify are the ones that I really thought made the most sense. I think you can ask the questions in Spotify. I'm not too sure. Otherwise, you can join my Discord, which there's a link for it in YouTube and also on all my other social medias. And in there, I will add a channel specific to the Q&A. And I can also give you a question, but I feel like you guys asking me questions will be a lot more immersive. Yeah. And really, really what inspires me to make this podcast is, just nostalgia. I like I said, growing up, movies like the car movie, Tokyo Drift, Initial D. Heck, my first ever introduction to cars was when I went to my grandma's house for the first time, and she had a poster of a 1969 Ford Mustang 2+2 GT. Right, it's in a nice red color. I've always wanted a Mustang since then. Also a Subaru. She has a poster of a Subaru Baja. I believe she has a 2003 Subaru Baja. I want a Subaru Baja too. It's not everyone's car, but I think it's a bit cute. It's cute and quirky and niche, and I just love that. I love the Subaru look. Also the rally heritage. But I really want to help the next generation of car people. People my age that are just really wanting to get into cars, but are just don't know where to start. Or people who want to start to know more about cars, right? Now, with that being said, I'm obviously going to be neither right or wrong on certain topics. I'm also not going to be the most knowledgeable, right? But it's more to just help inspire you to get more comfortable with messing around with your car a bit more, right? Looking into it a bit more. Because you can only start somewhere. And if you don't start somewhere, where are you going to start? We'll obviously talk a lot more about other video games too. Like, oh my goodness, I love video games so much. Not just car games either. Like Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yotei, any games I can find, any new game news I can find. I'm going to talk about it here for you to listen to, chill out, and vibe with quietness. Go to sleep with this for your bored, you're working on your car, or you're driving somewhere, or you just want something to listen to. I will be your person. Also for the Q&A, it doesn't have to be a question. It could be an experience with a car you had, or something you wanted growing up, or a certain car memory you had from a car that you saw or a car that you were in that you really liked. And with that, I'm signing off. This has been the first episode from your host, Mossy XX. This has been a good one. Piston, Cutie, Press, episode 1 has been complete. I don't know. All right. Have a good day / night, everyone, when you're listening to this. And I will see you all next week. Remember, game on and stay cute. Bye. Nyan.